Morning, Trainiacs. Just a cruisy little 1 hour morning ride getting back into train because right now we are flying to LA so that we can do a week of swimming with Gerry Rodrigues from Tower 26. You've all been hearing about Gerry from Tower 26 for the last couple months. There he is.
Hey guys, how are you?
You want to explain what you just did to us, there, boss?
Well, we had a good session, right?
That was meaty.
Yeah, pretty significant session. We got in, we did a nice easy warm-up, then we did a fair amount of pulling with graduated effort, working on good body position, perfect alignment, which we talk about in our program quite a bit. And then we did some fist swimming where you close your hands, or we use certain paddles for that are actually have spindles that you hold on to, and the meat of the paddle is right here. So it forces you to be in the right position to execute good power. So that was the setup, and then we went into the main set. And our main set today was all about 3 effort gears. Learning to swim comfortably at 75%, learning to go to that 85% upper aerobic area that many people don't really like to train at too much, and then going all the way up to that 90 to 95% spot where you're really putting out race takeout effort. So the set was sort of a W. Started off at 90% swims. Second swim after that was much lower effort, 75%. Then we climbed back up. The third swim was 85%, and that was a series of 100s, as you could recall, 8 of those. Then we reduced effort again, back down in the W to 75%, and then we finished off the last part of the set, the top of the W, 90% plus with deck ups and sighting. So a lot of open water skills, drafting, we did some paceline swimming, takeout speed, some recovery, so all the variables that occur in an open water race.
How'd you come up with all this design of a workout to help triathletes specifically?
Well, a guy like me that's old, been around for a long time, yeah, and I've raced several hundred open water races. I was always the guy that wasn't very fast in the pool, so I had to come up with ways, how do I train with dead specific intent so I can carry that forth into open water races? Because the skills that you have in the pool, yes, those are important, but they're different than what we're going to use in open water. So I brought in all the open water elements into our training sessions.
It's sometimes very tough.
Well, you handled it well, boss.
It's a lot easier when you actually have people pushing you instead of just staring at the black line by yourself.
Well, you nailed it down with the group.
Whoa, yeah. That was a good swim. So, Trainiacs, I am here for 5 days, 3 really full days, doing some swimming with Gerry Rodrigues, who is the head coach of Tower 26. Really, I've had swim instruction here and there, a little bit from Coach Pat when I was working with him, kinda, sorta from the master swim coaches, but Gerry is the first swim coach that has been in charge of my entire swimming program, and the guy has a really good way of explaining things specifically how triathletes need to. And something that he mentioned there at the pool was, you look at me and I'm like very pretty, very long. And he said, did any of the Tower 26 family out there look pretty? And I was like, no. He's like, they look scrappy, right? Scrappy is what you need in triathlon. Not this pretty pool stroke with a pause and an extension and the glide that you hear from Tower Immersion. So, we're here to do some work. More on that later. He's got some footage. I'll see if I can get that. Now, I'm gonna go explore Venice Beach. I'm fit right in these. long day. All right. Ran a ton of errands. As you can see, it is evening, and wait. It's huge. Went and grabbed myself a pair of Nike Zoom flies. Yeah. Went and did some grocery shopping. Didn't wear the Zoom flies for that. These things are crispy. Then I went and had dinner with Gerry, Gerry's wife. Thank you for hosting me, Gerry. Thank you for hosting me, Elizabeth. You're all very nice. And Gerry gave me the couple of tips that came from this morning's swim session. Number one, I am a bit of a pausey swimmer. You might all know that if you've been around for a while, but I go out and I extend and I leave it there for a bit. So what he wants me to work on is, instead of going out and extending like that, I'm going to go out, I'm going to extend. As I'm extending, instead of extending out, I'm going to be extending and extending down and starting that pull stroke quicker. Second thing is that as I'm pulling back, instead of my fingertips pointing to the bottom of the pool, I'm actually cupping too much. I thought that I was cupping too little. So I need to work on just fingertips straight down, pushing back, pushing that water back. I also need to work on getting to bed right now, because I have to get up for a 6 a.m. Tower 26 open water swim. Drinking game for how much I say Tower 26 this week. Okay? Later, Trainiacs.